This last cold weather, the wind got teeth, smoke in the light, and the floorboards speak. I've been standing here with my hands too cold, watching the same old lie get told. The neon's buzzing like a bad complaint, ash in the glass where the clean should ain't. She came in early, left too late. Now every silence knows her name. I got a coat on the back of the chair, got my own troubles sitting right there. The clock don't care what we promised back then, it just keeps dragging us back again. And I can hear that door swing low, like a hard wind through a tired soul. This last call weather, everybody knows. You don't call it love when the cold comes close. You call it weather, you call it fate, you call it anything that helps you wait. Last call weather, I can barely see what she was to me, what I was to me. The bouncer yawned, the jukebox fought, some old slow hurt that nobody bought. I seen her laugh with her mouth too thin, seen her eyes hold back the shape I'm in. She said, don't start like I was a fight, like I hadn't bled for her all night. But the truth walked in with the smoking crowd, and it sat us down and talked too loud. That wind keeps leaning on the glass, like it knows we ain't built to last. This last call weather, everybody knows. You don't call it love when the cold comes close. You call it weather, you call it fate, you call it anything that helps you wait. Last call weather, I can barely see what she was to me, what I was to me. A man can drink the truth down slow, but it still stands up when the room gets low. Now the mop bucket waits by the sink, and I can hear my own footsteps think, if I reach for her, I reach for her. If I let her go, I'll still wear the dirt. So I light one up and let it burn, like every lesson I never learned. The night don't end, it just changes names, and I keep walking through the same old rain. It's last call weather, everybody knows. You don't call it love when the cold comes close. You call it weather, you call it fate, you call it anything that helps you wait. Last call weather, no clean escape, just a man and a woman in the shape of a break. Last call weather, the lights go thin, and I walk that line till I wear it in. Weather on the window, weather in my chest. Truth don't sleep, and it don't let up the rest. She wore my smoke like a second skin. ash on the sleeve. Not from a fire, from the room I leave. From the loose talk, the bad decisions. From the way I split and call it living. She'd set the plate down, not ask why. Just look right through me with that tired eye. And all my big words, they fell apart on the edge of her table in the dark. Ash on her sleeve, that's what love left. A little gray proof of my bad breath. Ash on her sleeve, and I still see how she wore my life more than me. Ash on her sleeve, don't call it grace. It's the mark I left on a decent place. I had a pocket full of apology, but I spent it trying to sound like me. She knew the smell before I sat down, knew the blues from the block to the edge of town. When she got quiet, it wasn't peace. It was the sound of a heart on lease. I kept saying, baby, I'm coming clean, while I made more smoke than I ever seen. She'd brush her coat and shake her head like she was talking to the living dead. Ash on her sleeve, that's what love left. A little gray proof of my bad breath. Ash on her sleeve, and I still see how she wore my life more than me. Ash on her sleeve, don't call it grace. It's the mark I left on a decent place. Yeah. I was in a storm, I was a habit, a door left open, a drunk man's rabbit. She kept the house while I kept the hurt, and made it look like it might work. Now I see her coat on a chair by the door, and I don't reach for it like I did before. Some nights the whole block smells like rain, and her name walks back through my brain. I could tell you I changed, but I won't lie. The ash is still there when I close my eyes. It's in my throat and in my cuffs. Love don't leave, it just collects on us. Ash on her sleeve, that's what love left. A little gray proof of my bad breath. Ash on her sleeve, and I still see how she wore my life more than me. Ash on her sleeve, don't call it grace. It's the mark I left on a decent place. Ash on her sleeve, when the room got cold, she was the one thing I couldn't fold. Ash don't burn, it settles in. She wore my smoke like a second skin. Don't touch the wound if you ain't stand. You see me weak, you see me broke, you see the joke inside the joke. You call it care when you ask me twice, but you like the way I pay the price. I was sweet one time, not anymore. Sweet gets you left on a stranger's floor. Now when you lean in, I lean back. I got a mean little heart on a mean little track. So if you came for mercy, girl, you got the wrong man in the wrong world. Don't call me tender, don't call me kind, don't hold that voice up to my mind. Don't call me tender, I'm barely here. I'm all scar tissue and borrowed beer. Don't call me tender, not tonight. I'm the kind of hurt that bites back right. You know my shirt, you know my scars, you know my route from bar to bar. You know the way I fake that grin when I feel you coming like the end of sin. You say I changed, I say I stayed. Same damn damage, different shade. You don't want truth, you want the part where I fold soft and hand you my heart. But I ain't a prayer you can repeat. I'm a hard town pulse and a bad backbeat. Don't call me tender, don't call me kind, don't hold that voice up to my mind. Don't call me tender, I'm barely here. I'm all scar tissue and borrowed beer. Don't call me tender, not tonight. I'm the kind of hurt that bites back right. Step out into the rain, my whole mean body knows your name. I hate that need, I hate that pull, I hate how empty gets when you go full. So don't bring soft hands to a hard call room. Don't bring sweet talk to a loaded broom. If you want me, come as the mess, not the polished lie of my tenderness. To my mind, don't call me tender, I'm barely here. I'm all scar tissue and borrowed beer. Don't call me tender, not tonight. I'm the kind of hurt that bites back right. Don't call me tender, say what I am, a worn out man with a shaking head. Say what I am. Don't touch the wound if you ain't staying. Cheap light, thin walls, holy trouble. Motel room faith with the curtains half gone, neon on the sink and the night too long. You took your shoes off like you own the sin. I set my pride down and let you in. There's a stain on the carpet shaped like regret, and both of us know we ain't done paying yet. You touched my face like you were checking to see if the broken part still answered me. Motel room faith, that's all we got. A little bit of prayer in a parking lot. Motel room faith, dirty and true. If this is a sin, it still looks like you. Motel room faith, don't talk too loud. The truth in this room don't need no crowd. I saw your wedding ring, tan line clear. Saw the whole bad year in your beard. You said your man was a cold front joke. I said my heart was a rusted spoke. We laughed too hard at the wrong damn thing, like two lost dogs with the same chain link. The ice machine groaned, the sink ran slow, and every lie we told came out low. I don't know if we met by grace or just by needing a place. Motel room faith, that's all we got. A little bit of prayer in a parking lot. Motel room faith, dirty and true. If this is a sin, it still looks like you. Motel room faith, don't talk too loud. The truth in this room don't need no crowd. You said stay till morning. I said I don't do mornings. At 3 a.m. your mouth went still, like you heard the whole world overkill. You leaned on me like I was whole, and I leaned back like I was stone. But when you cried, I felt the floor open up where the bed was before. I wanted rescue, I wanted touch, I wanted something that hurt less, much. Motel room faith, that's all we got. A little bit of prayer in a parking lot. Motel room faith, dirty and true. If this is a sin, it still looks like you. Motel room faith, don't talk too loud. The truth in this room don't need no crowd. Motel room faith, no saints, no lies, just two hard hearts and a neon sky. Morning can wait. Rain on the alley, rain on my nerve. I seen your name in the rain tonight, on a bus stop bench and a headlight bite, on a hound dog tail and a broken sign on the window where I was losing time. You walked by close with a man too neat, fresh white cuffs and a clean pressed beat. He held the umbrella like he held your air, and I stood they're getting wet on the stair. Ain't no dignity in a storm like this. Just a fool with a grudge and a clenched up fist. Your name in the rain, it won't wash out. It stays on the glass and it stays in my mouth. Your name in the rain, I hear it fall from every dark window down this block. Your name in the rain, I keep score. Every drop knows what I'm looking for. I went downtown to buy me space. Found your laugh on the edge of a plate. Found your lipstick on a cigarette case. Found a cold look that you wear to save face. He ain't the first man to stand that tall. He won't be the last one to take the fall. You got a way of making hurt look neat and leaving wreckage in a tidy street. I told myself I wouldn't bend. Then the wind came back with your name again. Your name in the rain, it won't wash out. It stays on the glass and it stays in my mouth. Your name in the rain, I hear it fall from every dark window down this block. Your name in the rain, I keep score. Every drop knows what I'm looking for. Rain don't lie, but it don't comfort either. If I ever see you on a dry night street, don't expect no mercy or a dancing beat. I might walk past like I don't know pain, or I might come back just to say it again. I hate the picture, I hate the scene, I hate the way you live in between. But I hate worse how the rain brings near every last thing I refuse to hear. Your name in the rain, it won't wash out. It stays on the glass and it stays in my mouth. Your name in the rain, I hear it fall from every dark window down this block. Your name in the rain, I keep score. Every drop knows what I'm looking for. Your name in the rain, don't make me pray. I've been soaked in you too many days. Rain keeps talking. Rain keeps talking. I keep the door unlocked. I keep the door unlocked, like a fool keeps score. Like a man still listening for a boot step on the floor. I tell myself it's habit, I tell myself it's air, but I know damn well I'm leaving home right there. The chain don't click, the deadbolt don't bite. I leave a little room for you to ruin my night. I keep the door locked for a ghost that knows my name. I keep the door unlocked, and I swear I'm not the same. I keep the door locked. That's a shame I can't deny. If you come back empty-handed, I will still ask why. The neighbors hear the radio, the bottles, the train. They don't hear the argument I have with rain. I set 2 cups out, then I set one back. I light the second cigarette and stare down the crack. A man can call it hope if he wants to lie. A man can call it patience till the day he dies. But every time the hallway creaks, I stand too fast, like a dog that never learned to bite his past. This ain't devotion, this ain't grace. It's a bruise I keep in place. I keep the door unlocked for a ghost that knows my name. I keep the door unlocked, and I swear I'm not the same. I keep the door unlocked. That's the shame I can't deny. If you come back empty-handed, I will still ask why. I didn't wait for you. I trained myself to need the sound of you. So if you see me on a stupid dawn, with the lock half turned and the light half on, know that mercy is a crooked thing when a man mistakes a chain for a ring. I ain't proud, I ain't pure, I ain't free. I'm just the house this memory keys. And every night I let it in, then blame the dark for what I live within. I keep the door unlocked for a ghost that knows my name. I keep the door unlocked, and I swear I'm not the same. I keep the door unlocked. That's the shame I can't deny. If you come back empty-handed, I will still ask why. Keep the door unlocked. Let the truth walk through. If I can't shut love out, it wasn't love I knew. Wasn't love I knew. A clean exit ain't a blues thing. I wanted a door, I got a wall. I wanted a reason, I got the call. I want a little light to show me where. Instead I learned how to breathe bad air. We both got sharp when the money ran low. We both got mean where the soft parts grow. You kept your secrets, I kept my thirst. Then we stood there acting like mine came first. Truth is ugly in a kitchen light. Truth don't care who feels right. No clean exit, no clean hands, no clean story for a dirty man. No clean exit, no saint's reward, just a busted key and a slammed up door. No clean exit, I can own that now. I stayed too long, I know how. You threw your words like broken glass. I threw mine back and called it class. We made a sport out of staying hurt. Two proud fools in a cheap hotel shirt. I can't make you the only blame. I fed the fire, I like the flame. I like the drama, like the chase. Liked how anger gave my life a face. There ain't no winner in this room, just two hard lives and a little ruin. No clean exit, no clean hands, no clean story for a dirty man. No clean exit, no saints reward, just a busted key and a slammed up door. No clean exit, I can own that now. I stayed too long and I know how. I don't miss the pain, I miss the shape it gave it. So if you ask me what went wrong, it was the same old hurt too long. It was pride, it was need, it was fear dressed clean. It was two lost souls with a mouth full of mean. And I won't sell it soft to save my skin. I was there when the damage walked in. I was there when the lie turned true. I was there, and so were you. No clean exit, no clean hands, no clean story for a dirty man. No clean exit, I can own that now. I stayed too long and I know how. No clean exit, that's the line. No clean exit, and no one's fine. No one's fine. A clean exit ain't a blues thing. When the lights come up, the truth don't change. It just shows its face in the wrongest way. When the lights come up, I don't get clean. I just see the room for what it's been. A little too small, a little too mean, a little too close to the things I mean. Your coffee cup still got a red lip ring. My coat still smells like a burnt out thing. And I can dress it up, but I won't pretend this is the kind of morning that makes amends. When the lights come up, the blues don't leave. They sit right down and they look at me. When the lights come up, I don't get saved. I just learn the shape of the mess I made. When the lights come up, I don't get free. I get a little more honest, hard fact, and it follows me clean where I can't look back. So let the streetcar start, let the church bell ring. Morning ain't mercy, it's an answering. When the lights come up, the blues don't leave. They sit right down and they look at me. When the lights come up, I don't get saved, I just learn the shape of the mess I made. When the lights come up, I don't get free, I get a little more honest with me. I won't call it over, I won't call it gone, I call it carried, I call it long. So if you ask what this record knew, it knew the dark and it knew you. It knew how weather can live in a chest, how a man can survive without ever getting rest. I keep moving, that's the only vow. Not because I'm healed, but because I'm now the same old road, the same old block, different eyes when the lights come up. When the lights come up, the blues don't leave. They sit right down and they look at me. When the lights come up, I don't get saved, I just learn the shape of the mess I made. When the lights come up, I don't get free, I get a little more honest with me. When the lights come up, I keep on coping. When the lights come up, I keep on walking home. I keep on walking home. I keep on walking home. The rails talking under my shoes like they know my name. I came up out the rain on Halston, collar turned up high, my paycheck folded twice, still not enough to lie. The station wind hit hard like a hand across my face, and every step down that stairwell put me back in my place. I heard that low steel trembling where the tunnel light runs thin, like the whole damn city breathing on the dead I'm in. They cut my hours on Friday, said the numbers went too far. I laughed like I didn't feel it, standing by the bar of the bar. My woman took one look at me, knew I'd spent the rent again. Said, you keep calling it bad luck, but bad luck don't keep a pen. She don't need to raise her voice, she can wound me with a stare, because the truth sits at the table every time I'm not there. Under the third rail trimmer, I feel my heart lean low. A man can lose his name and still got somewhere left to go. Under the third rail trimmer, I hear like paper, eyes fixed straight. I watched him disappear like hope through a rusted gate. I know the kind of night this is, where pride gets stripped by rain, where a man keeps on pretending he ain't made of wanting pain. My mother used to say, don't bring the dark to every room, but I done let it follow me, and now it's got the spoon. If I step wrong, if I fall hard, if I let the whole thing show, there'll be no saint to pull me back, no bright place left to go. So I keep my hands in my pockets, keep my face turned to the wall, and pray the tunnel takes my breathing before it takes it all. Under the third rail tremor, I feel my heart lean low. A man can lose his name and still got somewhere left to go. What shame can do, it rides my spine like cold wire, and it won't let loose of you. Under the third rail tremor, I swear I heard the truth. It ain't the train that's shaking me, it's what I had to do. Under the third rail tremor, I'm not as strong as I seem, but I still know how to stand up inside this electric dream. Yeah, I still know how to stand up in that tremor under me. You can leave your boots by the door, I don't know who they belong to. Your coat still hangs where I told you to hang it. Your empty cup still got my lipstick on the rim. I fixed the lock on the screen door myself last Sunday. Since then I've been hearing your excuses thin. You call after midnight like the dark makes you honest, like the rain can wash the numbers off your debt. But I know the sound of a man walking backward, and I know what he don't say yet. I kept your name off the notice on the table, kept the landlord calm when he came to pound. I told my sister you was working, not wondering. I told the neighbor you was out of town. That's the kind of love you get when the years getting mean. You don't get roses, you get keys and string. You don't get soft words and you don't get mercy. You get one more chance in the kitchen rain. My door has your name, but it don't open wide. I let you in because I know what pride can hide. My door has your name, and the latch don't lie. If you come back shaking, I'll let you stand inside. I seen your face in the hallway mirror. Look like a man who slept with wolves. You still try to smile like nothing happened, but the floor knows every story you unfold. I ain't your mother, I ain't your judge, I ain't the nurse for every cut you make. But I got this house and I got this burden, and I got one heart that still won't break. Don't ask me for sweet forgiveness. Don't ask me to call it fate. Ask me if I'm still here tomorrow. Ask me if I can wait. My door has your name, but it don't open wide. I let you in because I know what pride can hide. My door has your name, and the latch don't lie. If you come back shaking, I'll let you stand inside. Oh, my door has your name, but it got a scar. I've been keeping one foot by the jam so far. Oh, my door has your name, and that's all it is. A place for a man to fall apart and live. Live if you can live. Yeah, he came back again. And he brought that paper with him. He stood in my doorway with a hat brim low. Said, you know the number, boy, you know the flow. I had $2, 3 lies, and a busted watch. He had that quiet way men have when they already caught. My neighbor watched through the curtain, didn't move a hand. That's how a block gets mean, everybody understands. I told him I was waiting on a cousin from the yard. Told him I'd clear it Friday. Told him life been hard. He smiled like a knife with a clean white shirt. Said, hard, don't stop the counting, and the counting don't hurt. I felt my face go hot, felt my jaw go tight, like the whole damn stairwell wanted to fight. Pay the light man, pay him what you owe. Pay the light man before he tell the whole block so. Pay the light man, don't let your shame grow teeth. Pay the light man or it'll sleep beneath your feet. I went down to the tavern with my collar all wrong. Played one more hand of cards and tried to look strong. Lost on purpose, maybe lost because I had to. A man can spend his pride like he spent his last shoe. The bartender said, you need a minute or a miracle. I said, I need a door that ain't so visible. I don't want no sermon, I don't want no plea, I want keeps spinning and the street keeps score, and every face I know is a witness at the door. Pay the light man, pay him what you owe. Pay the light man before we tell the whole block so. Pay the light man, don't let your shame grow teeth. Pay the light man or it'll sleep beneath your feet. Yeah, pay the light man. Hear that paper snap? Pay the light man, I can't walk back from there. Pay the light man, if you know my name, you know a man can drown in broad daylight shame. Ain't no hiding now. Ain't no hiding now. I keep the window open, so I don't miss your footsteps. Smaller after 2 in the morning. The air gets thick with every word I never said. I can hear the elevator shaking down the avenue, like a cold hand tapping from beneath the bed. You left your comb by the sink, your scarf on the chair. I don't move it, I don't fix it, I don't dare. 'Cause if I make this place too clean and honest, then I got nothing left of you in there. I called your sister once, then I hung up quick. I saw your cousin by the corner store and turned my head. I've been acting like a man who don't need answers, but I've been chewing on your name like old cornbread. Maybe you're with somebody who laughs too easy. Maybe you're tired of my hands and my bad mood. Maybe I'm the kind of man that turns devotion into a room you can't get out of. I sleep with the window open, let the city hear me ache. I sleep with the window open, in case your footsteps shake. I sleep with the window open, like a fool that still believes you might come back through the rain and find me on my knees. I got your perfume in the curtain, your silence in the glass. I got the cold side of the pillow where your temper used to pass. A good man would let it go, a wiser man would try. But I got this stubborn hunger and a meaner kind of why. If I hear your heel on the pavement, I go weak and hard at once, like love and Still I'm listening for your body in the dark, outside my shame, outside my shame. I learned to stand still on moving ground. That was the first lesson. I used to punch him before the sun could name itself. Hands cracked open, lunch pail cold, winter in the rail yard smell. The men around me didn't pray much, but they knew the rules. Keep your back low, keep your mouth shut, keep your temper full. The engine shook the gravel like a hard old hand, and every boat I tightened taught me how to be a man. A foreman with a cigarette said, "Pain don't pay you twice." I said, "Neither does pride," and he just laughed in the ice. We worked under sparks and sodium light, where the iron moaned and I could feel my heartbeat. Learning from the stone, that's where I got this stubborn walk, this habit of delay, this way of taking damage and calling it another day. With a busted spine, I learned to bless the dark and call it mine. I'm a yard-line saint, no halo, no crown, just a man who kept on standing when the whole place shook down. Could hear the trains by feet. Said the track got a language, if you let your ribs repeat. He tapped the steel and smiled like he could read the weather. Then one night he vanished and we never spoke together. The yard kept going like yards do, like miles do, like nothing ever happened. To the names it walked through, you don't get clean from labor, you get shaped and worn. And if you live long enough, you learn what hurts was born. I learned to bless the dark and call it mine. I'm a yard-line saint, and that's the truth I keep. The track made my body, and the body won't sleep. The landlord came with his folder and his dead-eyed suit. Said, "Who's responsible here?" Like he didn't know the route. She stood by the sink with her hands still wet. Said, "This place is mine," and I felt that threat. Not from him, from her voice calm and flat, because she was covering for me, and I knew that. There's a kind of love that don't make speeches. It just edits the paper and hides the reaches. She kept my name off the notice, off the door, off the board, like saving me from a shame I done stored. I wanted to thank her, I wanted to run, I wanted to say I'm sorry for every ugly one. Every night I came home broken, bent, every promise I spent before it was spent. Keep my name off the notice, let the wall take the heat. Keep my name off the notice, let my shame miss the street. Keep my name off the notice, I can't stand that line. Keep my name off the notice, I ain't worth the fine. The power went out at 7, room went black and still. We heard the train under us like a distant drill. She said, "You don't get rescued, you get through." I said, "I never asked for all you do," but I did ask with my silence, with my empty hand, with the way I keep on needing more than I can stand. If they come with the clipboard, if they come with the light, tell them I was never here, tell them I left last night. Keep my name off the notice, let the wall take the heat. Keep my name off the notice, let my shame miss the street. Keep my name off the notice, I can't stand that lie. Keep my name off the notice, I ain't worth the fight. She kept me out of it, that was the worst part. The tremor knows me better than my name. Every night the floor talks back in a low-born buzz, like a secret in the walls I can't rise above. I used to blame the tracks, blame the work, blame the weather. Now I know a man can shake from carrying himself together. There was a night on Loomis I won't put clean in speech. There was a friend I failed to reach before the sirens reached. And ever since the whole damn city keeps keeps opposing me. Like a hand under the ribs, I can't convince to leave. I told myself it was nothing, just the line below, just the trains, the brakes, just the endless flow. But my left hand twitched when the corner light swung low, and I knew my own body was the last one to know. Shame ain't always loud, sometimes it's a hum. Sometimes it's the step you take when you know what's come. Sometimes it's the way you keep on living, when living itself feels like a debt you're forgiven. The tremor knows my hand, knows where it used to shake. The tremor knows my hand, knows what it couldn't take. The tremor knows my hand, and it won't let me lie. Every rail in this town got a witness in my eye. If you ask me who I was, I'll tell you who I ain't. Not brave, not clean, not fit to wear a saint. I was there, then I wasn't, that's the part that sticks. A man can miss his moment and spend years feeling it. So I walk these midnight tunnels with my face set hard, like the dark can't testify if I stand guard. But the body keeps the record, where the mouth goes thin, and the line below the street knows how to call me in. The tremor knows my hand, knows where it used to shake. The tremor knows my hand, knows what it couldn't take. The tremor knows my hand, and I can't cut it free. It's the city's small confession living underneath me. Underneath me.
Morning don't forgive. It just shows you what's left.
The street got pale by fire, the gutters held the rain. I stood by the window with my hand on the frame. She was sleeping in the next room, face turned to the wall, like a truce that ain't a truce, but it's enough for now. I heard the first train roll and I didn't flinch. For one small second I felt something shift. Not peace, not hope, not any clean light, just the truth that I was still here tonight. I don't get to call it freedom, I don't get to call it done, I don't get to say I won against the things I've become. but I can pay the woman back in the ways I know. I can answer when I'm called, I can move slow, I can tell the truth before it grows teeth. I can keep my word where the night still breathes. And if that's all a man gets after all this wreck, then that's the kind of mercy I can respect. When the line goes quiet, you hear what you've kept alive. When the line goes quiet, you hear the hard parts survive. When the line goes quiet, there ain't no room for show. Just a man and his shadow, and the daddy chose to know. I used to think love meant clean hands, bright rooms, a song with no smoke, and a heart with no bruise. Now I know love can be a cracked porch light, a hand on your back through the worst of the night. It can be a woman not leaving, a man not lying, a train gone soft in the distance, a body still trying. Don't bless this mess, don't wash it white. Some things stay rough, and that's how they stay alive. When the line goes quiet, you hear what you kept alive. When the line goes quiet, you hear the hard parts survive. When the line goes quiet, I don't ask for more, I just stand where the tremor was and open the door. Open the door, let the morning see.
My salt-stained leather boot drags, my salt-stained leather boot drags, heavyweight. Wet trench coat clings to skin, wet trench coat clings to skin, thick grime. Rust eats the metal rail, rust eats the metal rail, slow decay. Puddles swallow the gray grease, puddles swallow the gray grease, dark oil. Harmonica tastes like copper. The rusted harmonica tastes like copper, bitter iron. The rusted harmonica tastes like copper, sharp sting. Broken gears grind in the dark. Broken gears grind in the dark. Loud screech. Steel beams press against my chest. Steel beams press against my chest. Cold weight. The heavy rain hits like hammers. My trench coat weighs a ton, so heavy. My trench coat weighs a ton, so heavy. The wet pavement reflects blue light. A rusted metronome ticks in my head. A rusted metronome ticks in my head. The rhythm is broken and slow. The rhythm is broken and slow. I walk through the heavy damp. The bass thumps through the brick. Deep bass. The bass thumps through the brick. Deep bass. A frayed baton snaps in the dark. A frayed baton snaps in the dark. The percussion of the downpour beats. The percussion of the downpour beats. The strings of my heart fray. The strings of my heart fray. I walk past the club, past the club. I drag my heavy boots, heavy boots. A gun gutter drips a rhythm. A rusted metronome ticks slow. The rhythm breaks my stride. The rhythm breaks my stride. A waterlogged cello string snaps. A waterlogged cello string snaps. I see your ghost, your ghost. I see your ghost, your ghost. A cracked bow scrapes wood. A cracked bow scrapes wood. The puddle holds a fracture. The puddle holds a fracture. A broken reed stays dry. A broken reed stays dry. Steam rises from a chip mug. Rising slow. Steam rises from a chip mug. Rising slow. A grease puddle coats the floor. A grease puddle coats the floor. Rust eats the diner edge, eating deep. Rust eats the diner edge, eating deep. The window glass turns thick and gray. The window glass turns thick and gray. Porcelain, so thin. I trace a crack in porcelain, so thin. The saucer breaks beneath my thumb. The saucer breaks beneath my thumb. The fog hides the rusted rail, hiding all. The fog hides the rusted rail, hiding all. My hands feel heavy and cold. My hands feel heavy and cold. My trench coat weighs a ton. Heavy weight. My trench coat weighs a ton. Soaking wet. A rusted tuning fork vibrates in my pocket. The puddle ripples near my boot. The sidewalk feels like broken wood. The sidewalk feels like broken wood. A cracked cello bridge snaps inside. Everything is out of tune. Pierce the damp air. Sharp brass. Brass notes pierce the damp air. Loud brass. The club door leaks a golden glow. I walk past the closed door. The rhythm stutters like a broken drum. The rhythm stutters like a broken drum. No eyes meet my tired face. I am a ghost in transit. A rusted anchor drags my feet. Drags my feet. A rusted anchor drags my feet. Drags my feet. The skyline pulse flickers and fails. The heavy downpour hits the pier. The heavy downpour hits the pier. The skyline pulse flickers and fails. The iron weight pulls me down. Pulls me down. Pulls me down. Pulls me down. The iron weight pulls me down.
The frayed hemp rope snaps. The frayed hemp rope snaps. I taste the salt of old ghosts. I taste the salt of old ghosts. The record drifts in my chest, in my chest. The record drifts in my chest, in my chest. I remember your steady hand, steady hand. I remember your steady hand. My trench coat drags the flow, heavy weight. My trench coat drags the flow, heavy weight. A rusted anchor pulls me down. The street lamp clicks and hums, beat. The street lamp clicks and hums. Water builds a thick wall. The hemp rope starts to fray, snapping slow. The hemp rope starts to fray, snapping slow. Empty tracks cut the ground, iron lines. Empty tracks cut the ground, iron lines. I am part of the debris. The silt fills my boots, thick mud. Silt fills my boots, thick mud. No choice but to sink. The hemp rope snaps at last, sudden end. The hemp rope snaps at last, sudden end. My trench coat drags the ground, heavy weight. My
trench coat drags the ground, heavy weight. Boots click on the wet iron, the salt eats the metal, the salt eats the metal. Afraid hemp rope snaps, afraid hemp rope snaps. I walk through the wreckage. The cold pierces my skin too deep. The cold pierces my skin too deep. The numbness starts to crack. The numbness starts to crack. Water floods the hollow hull. Water floods the hollow hull. I feel the sudden sting. I feel the sudden sting. The coffee turns to ice, so cold. The coffee turns to ice, so cold. I stare at the chipped silver teaspoon. The diner clock ticks slow. The diner clock ticks slow. I stare at the chipped silver teaspoon. The window glass feels thick. The window glass feels thick. A jukebox plays a broken tune. A jukebox plays a broken tune. The scent of wet clay hits me. The scent of wet clay hits me. The porcelain saucer shows a crack. The porcelain saucer shows a crack. The silver spoon scrapes the rim. The silver spoon scrapes the rim.
My leather boot feels heavy. So heavy. My leather boot feels heavy. So heavy. The trench coat drags the ground. Old slicks coat the pavement. Dripping from a rusted grave, dripping from rusted grave. The heavyweight stays, stays. The heavyweight stays. The engine hums a low note, low note. The engine hums a low note, low note. The gears grind in the dark. The metal pipes leak rust. The engine hums a low note, low note. The engine hums a low note, low note. The noise highs the hollow. The noise highs the hollow. I touch a cracked porcelain saucer. I touch a cracked porcelain saucer. So cold. The campfire died long ago. The glaze chips under my thumb. The glaze chips under my thumb, so thin. A rusted tuning fork ring, a rusted tuning fork ring, hollow. The clay turns into dust. The heavy rhythm starts to ache. The heavy rhythm starts to ache inside. My heartbeat hits the floor. My heartbeat hits the floor. Hollow. I see the jagged edges. I see the jagged edges. Sharp. The shards cut through the dark. My trench coat feels heavy. So heavy. My trench coat feels heavy. So heavy. The diner sign blinks blue. Cold water hits my neck. The diner sign blinks blue. The diner sign blinks blue. A chipped teaspoon rests. A chipped teaspoon rests. jazz note his heart hits hard. A jazz note hits hard hits hard. Porcelain saucer cracks, a jagged white line spread. The porcelain saucer cracks, the porcelain saucer cracks. Sharp edges cut my thumb. Sharp edges cut my thumb.
A muffled trumpet bleeds through walls. Through walls. A muffled trumpet bleeds through walls. Through walls. I clutch a waterlogged saxophone reed. The brass mouthpiece feels dented. The metal tastes like copper. 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 Frantic rhythm, frantic rhythm. Windshield wipers beat a frantic rhythm, frantic rhythm. The brass bell vibrates with tension. The brass bell vibrates with tension. My fingers grip the cold metal. My fingers grip the cold metal. The rhythm breaks my steady pulse. The rhythm breaks my steady pulse. My boots tread on wet asphalt. Heavy boots. My boots tread on wet asphalt, heavy boots. The trench coat weighs me down. I feel nothing in my feet, numb feet. I feel nothing in my feet, numb feet. The dampness settles in my bones. A dented brass compass sits here, lost direction. A dented brass compass sits here, lost direction. It spins in a shallow puddle. A frayed hemp rope lies nearby, broken line. A frayed hemp rope lies nearby, broken line. The salt crust stings my eyes. Hold a French elbow, I hold a French elbow, so frayed. The blue puddles reflect the loop. The blue puddles reflect the loop. Heavy. The concrete presses on my chest. The concrete presses on my chest. Heavy. The weight pulls me down. Cracked metronome skips a beat. A cracked metronome skips a beat, skips. The cold water bites my skin. The cold water bites my skin, bites. Strings snap in the damp. The strings snap in the damp. Snap. The wood begins to rot. 3 in the morning, iron in the air.
I know that street like a prayer. I can't finish. The factory lights went out one row at a time. I was last man left with grease on my mind. Bus stop empty, storefront glass cold black. Every step I take feels like a debt coming back. My boots drag sparks off the cracked up line. I hear my own breath in the steam vent climb. I got a folded paycheck and a pocket full of shame. And the woman at home knows my middle name. Boss called me out with a whole crew hurt. Said I'm late with the truth and I'm thin on my word. I kept my face straight, I kept my jaw tight, but I felt that shame like a bulb too bright. I used to come in hard, used to stand up tall. Now I count my steps by the shadow on the wall. If she's still awake when I turn that key, she won't ask for heaven, just a man in me. 3 a.m. on the line, I'm still coming in, heavy as a chain and too proud to bend. If I make it home, don't call it grace, call it one more night. I kept my place. 3 a.m. on the line, hear my work boots sound. I'm a broke down promise, still walking downtown. Neon flickers on a barbershop sign, looks like a warning on the edge of my mind. I thought I was strong till the dark got deep. Now the ghost in the window don't let me sleep. She left the porch light on, I know that glow, like she's saying, come on, don't make me know how close a man can get to the gutter door and still want one good reason to come back for more. I'm not clean, I'm not new, I'm not proud of what I do, but I'm still here, still taking this pain, still walking that road in the cold and rain. 3 a.m. on the line, I'm still coming in, heavy as a chain and too proud to bend. If I make it home, let the whole block know I came back dirty, but I came back slow. 3 a.m. on the line, hear my work boots sound. I'm a broke down promise, still walking downtown. Doors locked, lights on. I'm home enough to tell the truth. Stamped red, seen by everybody. The rent slip came with a red edge line, like somebody signed my name in wine. Light company threat and a store card note, same old paper paper with a noose in the throat. At the plant they passed that warning around. Half the men looked up, then looked back down. I took that hit where the coffee pots stand, and I still had to shake the foreman's hand. He said, you want hours, better act like time. Like my life was a clock and the clock was mine. Everybody heard it, the room went still. My face got hot, but I swallowed the bill. On the way out, I laughed like a fool. That kind of laugh don't make nobody cool. It only means a man got cut too deep, and he's trying not to show it when he can't keep sleep. Red stamped envelope lying on my table, telling me my pride ain't very stable. One more line and I'm underwater. One more look and I come home shorter. Red stamped envelope, little paper knife, cutting through the parts I used to call my life. She picked it up without saying a word. Read my ruin like a song she's heard. I wanted to snatch it, wanted to bark, but you can't hide daylight once it sparks. She asked me quiet, how bad is it now? I said, bad enough, that's a kind of vow. Not to tell the whole truth, just enough to stay. Not to run from the room, not to fade away. I don't fear the dead, I fear the look on her face when she knows it owns the room. Red stamped envelope lying on my table, telling me my pride ain't very stable. One more line and I'm underwater. One more look and I come home shorter. Red stamped envelope, little paper knife, cutting through the parts I used to call my life. Stamp red, seen by everybody, seen by me too.
She knows the door code. She knows the way I lie.
She hears the key before it finds the slot. Knows if I've been drinking or I got what I got. I hate that she can tell by my coat and my pace, like she's reading weather on my face. I say I'm tired, she says no, you're split. And that kind of knowing don't let a man quit. She don't need my story, she knows the drift. She knows which excuse I give when I can't lift. She got my old badge, my keys, my lies. She can pull truth out with just her eyes. I used to call that love when it felt like a chain. Now I call it mercy with a bad back pain. She stands by the sink, I stand by the wall. Two tired people hearing one bell call. If she'd leave me blind, I'd probably drown. If she keeps looking, I'm gonna sit down. She knows my door code, she knows my name, knows when I'm sober and when I'm to blame. I can't fake a smile, I can't fake a night. She reads my silence like a flashing light. She knows my door code. I let her in. That's where the trouble and the mercy begin. I tried one time to keep my mouth shut tight. She came in anyway and turned on the light. Saw the bottle on the sink, saw the tear in my shirt, saw a man so tired he was scared of hurt. I wanted to swing, I wanted to run, but my own bad temper had already won. So I sat there ugly in my work-worn skin and let her be the one who wouldn't give in. Don't call it trust, don't call it clean, call it two hard people in the same machine. She knows my door code, she knows my name, knows when I'm sober and when I'm to blame. I can't fake a smile, I can't fake a night. She reads my silence like a flashing light. She knows my door code. I let her in. That's where the trouble and the mercy begin. Door code, truth code, same thing tonight. Say it again. Say my name right. Say my name right. He called me out with a hard men drink, said I was slow as rust and thin as ink. I heard that line roll through my bones, walked to the bar with a face of stone. Now the stool creaks, the bottle sweats, and I'm not done with the favors yet. I got a bruised up pride and a hot red throat, one bad speech and I might revolt. They say a man ought to take his load, but there's a part where the load unloads. I kept my work, I kept my cool, till he made a joke and I played the fool. So I told the room what he told me. Watch them all look like they could see. Some laughed low, some stared at the floor. One old cat said, that's how war started in this door. Foreman said my name like I wasn't there. Now my whiskey's loud and my temper's bare. Foreman said my name, I heard it plain. Made a working man feel his own shame. Foreman said my name, now the whole bar knows. clean hour and another beer. I need my hands steady, I need my head, I need that line in my blood unsaid. But the room keeps humming that old tune. Every glass on the shelf sounds like noon. When a man gets clipped in front of the crowd, he starts talking mean just to stand up proud. I ain't your lesson, I ain't your joke. I'm the mouth that bites when the chain gets broke. Hey! Foreman said my name like I wasn't there. Now my whiskey's loud and my temper's bare. Foreman said my name, I heard it plain. Made a working man feel his own shame. Foreman said my name, now the whole bar knows how close a proud man gets to the lowest road. He said my name. Now I know mine. Say it again. Say my name right.
Last train. Nobody left to impress.
I sat on the bench by the blue line stair. Cold wind cutting through my work shirt there. One plastic cup and a paper napkin ring. That's all the choir a broke man brings. The tracks kept singing under my feet, like they knew every lie I'd greet. I tried to text, then I shut that phone. Some nights a man ought to leave well alone. The woman I love don't answer fast, and I keep making a future out of the past. I see her face in the train glass blur. I hear my own voice and I don't like her. That joke I made, that hard little grin, did more damage than I can put back in. A man can lose his home in a minute or two when he thinks being tough is what he's supposed to do. Table for one at the Blue Line station. No fine meal, just a hard situation. I'm eating my pie with a cold, thin grin, waiting on a night that won't let me in. Table for one, don't call it rest. It's just a lonely seat inside my chest. The conductor looked past me, not through me, like he'd seen enough of what men do to be free. I rubbed my face, felt the stubble and rain, thought about the hands that can't hold pain. If I go home now with my tail tucked in, maybe she'll look up and maybe begin to tell me the truth I've been dodging all week. You can't keep a house if your mouth runs weak. This station don't care who fell apart. It just keeps time like a broken heart. Table for one at the Blue Line station. No fine just a hard situation. I'm eating my pride with a cold thin grin, waiting on a night that won't let me in. Table for one, don't call it rest. It's just a lonely seat inside my chest. Next train comes, so does morning.
Wrong hour got my name on it. I call when she's asleep, I come back when she's mad. I tell the truth too late, and I lie when I feel bad. I buy my piece of closing time, then I spend it by daylight. I keep the wrong hour in my pocket, like it's the only one that fits right. I miss the bus by a minute, miss the point by a mile. I hold my tongue in public, then I crack it in the aisle. My watch runs fine, my head don't. My heart keeps bad receipts. I learned how to be sorry, but not how to move my feet. I keep the wrong hour like a second skin, always showing up after I'm let in. I keep the wrong hour, it knows my face, makes a hard man stumble in a smaller place. I keep the wrong hour, it won't let go. Every good thing I touch gets slow. Says you love me loud and late, and I can't even argue that. I've been a midnight specialist, a dawn time wreck with a Sunday hat. I don't blame the weather, I don't blame the town. I've been the one who kept tearing down. If I want a life and not just regret, I got to meet the day I've been trying to forget. Not the wrong woman, not the wrong street, just my own bad timing on two tired feet. I keep the wrong hour like a second skin, always showing up after I'm let in. I keep the wrong hour, it knows my face, makes a hard man stumble in a smaller place. Get slow. If I change the hour, maybe I change the man. Don't wash it yet, let it keep the day on it.
You reached for my shirt like you were reaching for peace, but I still had the grease and the grit and the crease. I know it smells like metal and rain, I know it carries a little pain, but every stain on that old blue cotton means I showed up when the light got rotten. It ain't pretty, it ain't clean, it's the only proof of the life I've seen. You said, sit down, let me get that out. And I almost laughed at the way you sound, like if you rinse the cuffs and mend the seam, maybe the whole thing turns to a better dream. But I don't want polished, I don't want light, I want one woman who can hold me right. If she sees the soot and stays anyway, that's the closest thing to saved. I'll say, don't wash my work shirt, leave the day on the cloth, leave the cold dust, leave the weak man cough. Don't wash my work shirt, let it tell the truth. I've been carrying this life since I was you. If you can love me with the grime still there, then you know the man under the wear. She laid it flat on the back of the chair, touched the frayed up sleeve like she really cared. No sermon, no pity, no holy shine, just a hand on the fabric and a look that said mine. I stood there stupid with my jaw tight shut, feeling something open where I usually cut. Maybe that's how mercy gets in the room, not in a halo, but in a work shirt bloom. If you take the dirt, take the ache too. I'm made of both, and I'm still here for you. Don't wash my work shirt, leave the day on the cloth, leave the cold dust, leave the weak man cough. Don't wash my work shirt, let it tell the truth. I've been carrying this life since I was you. If you can love me with the grime still there, then you know the man under the wear.